So, Paul is probably the primary theologian for understanding how does the law of the Old Testament relate to the New Covenant, the gospel. And he talks about this all throughout Romans and all throughout his letters. It pops up, and so we see it here in 2 Corinthians. And so when Moses gave the law, which we refer often, the five books of Moses is the Pentateuch, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, and it's primarily given, you see, through Leviticus, Deuteronomy, and Numbers. This is the revelation of God's will for the Israelite people, which is ultimately for the world. And it boiled out into all these little laws. There's 513 commandments in the Old Testament law that you see the rabbis in Jesus' day trying to follow all of these. Well, ultimately what Paul is telling us is all that had a role to play, right? But ultimately it'll come into fruition through Christ, who will take the veil off of this and say the law was not meant to save you. That's not its purpose. The law was meant to almost frustrate you to the point of needing Christ for salvation. The law will only reveal how bad you are. As C.S. Lewis says it, you never know how bad you are until you try really hard to be good. It's in that you try and follow the law, and you will find yourself needing grace. And it is in Christ that we find that the law is good, but we'll never attain it. Christ did it for us, so we submit to Him for grace.